Hello and welcome back to Learning to Play the Lyre Harp. My name is Sharon. Today I wanted to talk about, is it too late to learn to play the lyre harp? And my very quick and direct answer to that is no, no, no. It's never too late to learn to play or do anything that is in your heart to do. And if you are looking to play instrument, the lyre harp is actually a good starting instrument because they are not very expensive, and also because they are the very forgiving instrument and very easy to learn how to play. And for me, when I started to play an instrument, I was in my late 30s, and I know that that is younger for a lot of the people that I know, but still at 30, when you have a full life and a family to care for, it's a very hard thing to do and a very tough thing to do. But some of the things that have helped me and what I've realized along the way and in speaking to many people is that learning to play an instrument when you are an older beginner is actually an advantage, and I want to go through some of those advantages with you in the small amount of time that we have. And the first one that I have for you is, when you're older, you know what you want more, and that is a very big plus. It means that you don't have to go through the phase of having to go and explore and not being sure about what you want to do. When you make a decision as an older person, you stay firm with that decision pretty much, and you follow through. And that's what we've learned growing up, is following through the decisions that we make. So that's a really good advantage when we're older, because we've learned how to do that. The second advantage that I have is learning how to play instrument as you get older, especially much older years, is that you have more time to devote to playing an instrument. When I started playing the instrument, I was kind of in the middle, and I was at the tough stage in my life, having to look after little kids. But even then, I was able to give some of my time and dedicate some of my time to playing my music, because I know about time management, and being able to manage my time helped me. And now that I am much older, I actually stopped playing for a bit and came back to playing instruments again as much older person. And I found that I have a lot more time because my kids are grown up and they don't need me as much. So it's it freed me up quite a lot of time. And so time is also an advantage to you, especially if you're at the stage where you're semi-retired or completely retired. You will have a lot more time to devote to your learning. The other thing that I have is, because we get older, we understand the value of practice. So no one has to tell us, you must practice, you need to practice. And because it's something that we love and something that we want to do and something that we've always wanted to do for a long time, practicing doesn't become a chore to us. It becomes something that we look forward to, because we are committed to learning the instruments that we picked, whether it's a harp or guitar or a piano. It just becomes one of those things that's just a delight for us to do, because it's something that we've always wanted, and now we're at a point in our lives that we can have what we've always dreamed of. So that is another advantage. And the other advantage is that we don't need to ask permission from anyone to learn to play our instrument or to learn to do anything, because we can make decisions for ourselves. I remember being young and wanting to play an instrument and having to ask for permission and not being granted. That was really hard, and I tried a few times along the way, but the answer for me was always no, because it was just not something that we can afford at the time. And now that I'm older, when I decided I want to play an instrument, I was able to just make that decision for myself, buy the instruments that I want, and organize myself to start playing, to find a teacher, because I can make that decision. And also, the other benefit is I can afford to make that decision. That's probably one of the biggest advantage we have as an adult, is now we earn our own money, and so we can decide on where to put that money to. So that's a real advantage, which younger folks don't have. And the other advantage as well with learning how to play music as you get older, and I know a lot of people would say, oh, learning to play music is for the young because their brains are like a sponge, they just absorb everything. That's true. It's very, very true. But as an older person, our our brain doesn't really change that much. We are still also like a sponge. We can learn very, very quickly if we're really, really interested in what we're learning. And I think that's the big difference that sometimes we forget is as a child, everything is so brand new to us. Everything is so exciting. So we absorb things really fast. But if we approach things as an adult with that same mindset of looking at it as something that's brand new and something that's so exciting, we would really be involved in that learning process and keep what we're learning and be able to learn so much more. So that is still with us. We can also still absorb things like a sponge. It just depends on how exciting we make that to be. The other advantage that I have as well is with learning, and this is my own experience as well. When I learn to play any instruments as an older person, it is something that I am committed to. And I think I've said that earlier as well. When we make a commitment, we follow through. And it's something that we as an adult, we take pride in, and having that drive for us that we take pride in what we do and it's something that's important to us will also help us in our learning. And also something that I found when I play my instrument is that I appreciate the benefits of playing an instrument so much. I know the peace that it gives me. I know the joy that it gives me. I know the delight that it gives others when I share my instruments with them and when I share my music with them. That is something that I really feel and know and really appreciate as an adult. Whereas as a child, watching my kids play their instruments, to them, it's really a chore. For them, it's something that's kind of being forced on them. They would much rather do something else and play. But as an adult, our dedication to playing is a lot more so because it is really something that we want to do. And it's something that comes from the heart and something that we feel. And that is a complete and wonderful and beautiful advantage that we have as an adult. So I really encourage everyone to play a musical instrument. If you choose the lyre, great. If you choose a guitar, a piano, a ukulele, whatever it is, or if you want to do something else completely different that you've always wanted to learn in your life, whatever that is, it is never too late to learn something new. And I encourage it. It's good for the mind, it's good for the soul, it's good for the body, and we never stop growing and we never stop learning. That's my encouragement for everyone. I hope that you take up something new and that you enjoy yourself, you have fun doing it, and I wish you all the best and happy playing.